Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Oninous. With Oninous Gaming, we are in Empyrion Galactic Survival. We missed yesterday's episode, unfortunately. Sorry about that, guys. And the reason being is because I was hosting the Twitch map for a streamer. So we actually did some work. We did a lot of work. Basically, I copied my map, and we're going to be using that copy as our Twitch world for multiplayer and stuff like that. But boy, let me tell you how much work. This mountain is thick, and we had the brilliant idea to make a hole completely through because we wanted to be able to fly completely through the hangar. And boy, was it a lot of drilling. These are the ships that the other players built. There's Tweety, of course, but yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on here. I don't know what happened there, but I'm sure it's being worked on. But look at that hole. It is impressive, is it not? Basically, we're going to even out the ceiling and make it more of a cave-like, with the general idea of, if you've seen Star Wars, at one point they had a bunch of fighters in an underground hangar. And we kind of wanted to go with that, leaving the wall stone, leaving the ceiling stone, and stuff like that. Now, what may happen down here is we may actually drill off to the sides and create a large hangar inside. Now, the front of the base and the ground hangar are still intact. The hover vehicle bay are still intact. You could still see not a lot of interior base expansion has happened or anything like that. So that hasn't. You haven't missed out on any of that. Now, if you haven't seen the hover vehicle bay, I brought the battle wagon over, and I brought a little version of my pickup truck over, and basically what it is it works very well. You could just fly them right out from their parking spots and go out doing what you want. But I wanted to give you guys a little update as far as this world goes, because now it is developing pretty swiftly, and there's a whole lot of stone in your face. Still got the multiple levels here, still got the turrets, still got the farm, still got the assembly area. But okay, let's go back and jump into our personal YouTube world, and we're going to start building a ship today. So let's go ahead and get over there, and I will see you then. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, this is Oninous with Oninous Gaming, back in our Empyrion Galactic Survival world, and I am going to take you to the moon. I'm going to show you a little trick that I learned. It's pretty easy. Once you get your ship up and running and you want to grow more food, there's an easy way to get a whole bunch of plots if you're careful. Basically, we're going to go to the moon, and there's a crashed ship up there, and we're going to take apart the plots in the ship, so we get all the materials that we need to build a ton of plots, so we can set up a large farm. And I'm going backwards, don't worry. I've had a bug where my ship ran out of fuel when I was transitioning to space, and my ship got permanently stuck inside the atmosphere. Well, not inside the atmosphere, inside the planet. Too close to the planet to go back to and get in, because it was past the zone-in point. So it was permanently stuck there. Ooh, look at our little 3D map in the upper right. you can see all the hostile drones and stuff in space. Oh, there's one right there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're just gonna keep flying. That is the moon, right? We can see in the lower right, distance to Omicron. When we get closer to this, it'll tell us distance to Omicron moon. Hopefully this isn't the snow planet. So let's see. Excuse me. If you hadn't noticed, I have a... Oh, yeah, we are. This is the moon. If you hadn't noticed, I have a little bit of allergies again today. It's this time of year, man. It's... Whew. It's been hot as blazes outside recently, too. Oh, look at that weird texturing on the pole of the moon there. Looks like everything gets sucked in like the end of a sausage or something. That's probably why... Yep, that's probably why they restrict polar travel right now. So we're going to come down right next to this barrier, and we are in the moon's... Oh, there's a tower. There's a tower. Oh, and there's a base off in the distance. Basically, you want to watch out on the moon now, because the moon now has drones on it that spawn. And they're pretty low to the ground. So up here, you're relatively safe, but you got to get low to the ground in order to find the ship. So I hate to think that we're going to be spending our entire time searching for the ship, but we'll see. We'll see. Oh, what? Well, there it is. Now, when you're approaching the ship, if you look at its nose down into the ground, and on the nose of the ship are turrets. So you want to approach the ship low to the ground from the direct rear of the ship. So we'll just sneak over here and get shot at by something. Heard a little bang there. So let's just keep moving. Oh, that's the pole. We don't want to go across that because that'll unload the ship for us. We won't be able to see it. So we'll stick low to the ground, and we're going to come in from the rear of the ship. Now there's a... Yeah, see, crashed here. Empyrion. Basically, we want to get inside under cover because there are drones that spawn at the ship sometimes. So what I have found is that you can sneak your ship right in here. And then, well, I want to leave my ship on. And then get out. And then turn my jetpack on. Alright, so we might want to move it over so we can get to, so we can get to the O2 when we need to. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Alright. So now we'll come back out here. We have our jetpack on. Now there's a turret right there. Boom! And there goes that turret. And then we can jump up here. And then we can jump up here. And then shoot that turret. Aha! Now these turrets don't do as much damage as they used to. So that's a good thing. And then you can come through and loot all these containers. These containers have random loot in them. Oh look, we got some more rations. Woohoo! Rations are always a big thing, especially early in the game, because they will feed you for a full day. And they will they never spoil, and they will restore your food bar, your hunger, all the way up, even if it's empty. Oh, look at that. Containers inside containers. That should have caused a black hole. Alright. So there are more containers over on the other side. There's no power, so you have to hit T to open these up. And there's also another turret. Bam. Okay, so basically we'll just go through and loot this stuff. Lots of great loot in here. Wow, we are full. Yeah, we are full. Is there anything that we don't want? We can always make some more of these. Those are always pricey to make. And we can't take any of that. Okay, so let's go down and dump off some stuff then. Because we kind of want to take as much as we can. Alright. Boop boop. We'll just fill up this container here with a whole bunch of this junk. We really don't need the weapons, so in the future we can leave those, but all this other stuff is so juicy. Alright, so that's all full. And we could jump up here. I always make grunting noises when I'm jumping. Alright, so now we can go back and get this other stuff that we left behind. Yeah, just grab that. And then this. Because all this stuff is just helpful. Every little bit is helpful, when, especially in the beginning. Alright. And I hear a drone. And there he is. There's two of them. And I need to reload. Where you at? There you are. Alright, it's good to take care of them first. That way we don't have to worry about it. Ew. Ow. Take all that stuff. Like I said, every little bit helps, right? Alright. Now we're good. The reason why I leave my ship on is so I can come back and get O2 at any time that I want. And the other reason is because I bring food. So now I don't need to really because I have the rations. But oh, by the way, salvaging these engines gives you some great materials. Can I hit it? Yes. So if you look, we got some advanced CPUs and some flux coils, which is always helpful. And there's a bunch of those engines around the ship. So let's get our gun ready. That's just downstairs. And press T. Okay. Now there's I'm out of bullets. Reload. Reload? Reload? I just unloaded my... I just dropped my ammo off, didn't I? Okay, well, we're going to do this the way... As if we don't have any ammo. Oh, let's run, let's run, let's run, 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 run. I have my jetpack on, so I'm not really, like, running, so... But, boom. Just disassemble that guy. Whoop! Wrong button. Check our inventory. We might have got something out of that, but I doubt it. So, now you can see all these great plots here that we can get. And we're on the top floor. There's 2 floors of them. So we can just go and disassemble them. And I'll show you real quick. You'll see that we get the nutrient solution, the fiber, and the metal plates from it. So basically, we're getting all the components back that are required to make these. So we're just going to go ahead, loot all of these, or disassemble all of these, and get the material components for them. As you can see, there's a ton of these things. So we're going to be able to make a very large farm. The only thing that we'll need to do, we'll be short on seeds. Whoops, reload. See, you can see how many we have. And if you have to, you can also salvage the lights. Lights really don't require much, so I just leave those behind. It's the nutrient solution, the fibers, and the plates that are really the thing for me. We'll be short on seeds, but what you can do in the new food scanner, I call it, instead of the space toilet or the food toilet, is you can grow a plant, and then you'll get the fruit from the plant, and then you can put it in there with nutrient solution, and you can get 2 sprouts from like every piece of fruit or vegetable or whatever or plant that you harvest. So then we'll multiply what we get by growing what we have. Now you'll notice I did get some seeds in loot here. Some of the seeds are kind of hard to come by, like the fruit and stuff like that. And then you can pick the fruit like the Akua fruit. If you're not on Akua, you can pick the Akua fruit, turn it into seeds, and then grow that. Because that's a plant that grows on Omicron. Also, the aloe vera is something that you need to go after. Now, if you're on Akua and you shoot the plant monsters, you do get Akua sprouts, I think. So then you can just go ahead and just plant those. It'll actually save you a little bit of the nutrient solution, save you some time. And I think they also have Akua plants there if you don't have the ability to take out the plant monsters. Plant monsters are the bane of everybody's existence, it appears. They are annoying. But that's the way life is, you know? The only thing is I think they're the first monster besides the Ortugs and the Arachnids that are by default hostile to the player, so they'll attack you if you get close. The Ortugs spawn at night, it appears, on Omicron. But yeah, they're not really that big of a deal. And the Arachnids, I think, spawn in specific locations. And when I first started playing the game, they seemed like they were only triggered when you went to certain deposits. That may have changed now, since deposits have a chance to be guarded, and I think they have a chance to be guarded by animals or spawns or drones or whatever. But some deposits aren't guarded at all. Some are. It's you just kind of gotta go with what, you know, roll with what comes. So it's not too bad. I like the fact that things aren't overly difficult in this game, but I would like some more stuff that takes skill. I'm hoping that they remove the cheese for the drone towers, where you can sit off outside their range and just destroy the turrets. I know there's not fantastic loot in the towers, so I mean it's kind of balanced that you can just sit off, fire a couple of rockets at them. But I'm hoping that maybe the loot becomes better, or loot, you know, maybe things become more scarce, so the loot gains value. But being able to sit off in a ship with rocket launchers and cheese off the turrets because the rockets don't fall, the ship weapons don't require any ammunition. I hope that becomes a thing of the past eventually, and I'm thinking it might. I do know that the turrets on bases and the handheld rocket launcher both have a fall off. So if you fire the rockets eventually fall if there's gravity, I think. But in space, there's no fall off for rocket launchers. But in the past, it seems like rocket launchers require you to man them in order to use them to shoot certain things, like drones and stuff like that. I'm not sure if that was intended or if it's just a glitch or their targeting system isn't completely fleshed out yet. But it would be nice if there were some automated defenses, especially for like bases and capital ships, because the problem is people aren't always in their bases and capital ships, and having a ship be able to defend itself is probably a basic thing, especially if you're going to be spending all the fuel to leave the power on a base or a ship. I think it would be nice that, you know, if you're off going after something and you need to retreat, you can like maybe retreat back to your base, and as you're retreating, if it follows you, that your turrets will take it out and you'll be in a safe area. You know, sort of. I think it's a common sense type of thing, but I don't know. Game mechanics are a very mysterious and fickle beast. So there are so many scenarios that are interesting, and I mean, the game is obviously extremely interesting. A lot of people are playing it. This game is really popular at the moment. The popularity is kind of waning on Twitch, but it's still a very popular game, especially, just like Space Engineers, especially with Germans. I'm not trying to solo anybody out, but just the German people are very, very industrious, I guess, when it comes to games. They love these games. And I have one German friend, especially, I won't say his name, but he loves this game. And there's a few other that play with us when we do Twitch broadcast that just really like the game. Yeah, I'm not surprised though. I'm not surprised. But okay, so basically we're just gonna get all of this stuff. We're probably not gonna, build this many growing plots, but the other supplies that you get are kind of crucial. The extra nutrient solution will be used to make seeds from fruit and vegetables and plants that we grow, so we can grow more. And wow, I am using a lot of repair tool charges to do this. But yeah, we'll be using the extra nutrient solution to increase the number of seeds we have, so we can grow more plants. But basically, yeah, this is my trick for today, and I hope you guys learned a lot from it. This is pretty much the end of the episode. I'm just going to finish getting the rest of these plots, and I'm going to head back home and start assembling some plots, and then probably next episode we're going to set up a grow area. So do me a favor, if you liked the video, throw me a like, throw me a comment. I always love to hear from my viewers. And subscribe if you haven't subscribed, if you want to see more videos. And also, remember, if you're here, to disassemble what engines you can. Watch out for the turrets. Watch out for interior turrets. There are a lot of them. And there's not a lot of loot in any of the other containers except on the bridge, and the bridge has the core. I recommend getting to the bridge from the outside, by the way. Anyways, that's about it for me, and I will see you in the next episode. Last note, if you guys get some time, check out my Patreon, and then, it's as little as $1 a month to support the channel, giving content and stuff like that. But also check out my Twitch. All right? You guys have a good day, and I'll see you in the next episode.